It's a story that's never been told. I'll be carried to the new jail tomorrow. I'm leaving my darling alone, with the cold prison bars all around me, and my head on a pillow of stone. Ship on the ocean, all mounted with silver and gold. And before my poor darling would suffer, that ship would be anchored and sold. Now if I had the wings of an angel, over these prison bars I would fly to the arms of my darling, and there I'd be willing to die. When your old wedding ring was new, and the dreams that we dreamed came true, I remember the pride as we stood side by side. What a beautiful picture you made as my bride. And although silver crowns your hair, I can still see those gold ringlets there. Love's old flame is still the same as the day I changed your name, when your old wedding ring was new. And although silver crowns your hair, I can still see those gold ringlets there. Love's old flame is still the same as the day I changed your name, when your old wedding ring was new. When your old wedding ring was new. I was standing by my window yesterday morning, without a thought of worry or a care, when I saw the postman coming up the pathway with such a jolly grin and jaunty air. He rang the bell and whistled as he waited, and then he said, "Good morning to you, Jack." But he little knew the sorrow that he brought me when he handed me the letter etched in black. With trembling hands I took the letter from him. I broke the seal and this is what it said. Come home, my boy, your dear old father wants you. Come home, my boy, your dear old mother's dead. The last words that your mother ever uttered was, tell my boy I want him to come back. My eyes are dim, my poor old heart is breaking, while I'm writing you this letter etched in black. Those angry words I wish I'd never spoken. You know I didn't mean them, don't you, Jack? My eyes are dim, my poor old heart is breaking, while I'm writing you this letter etched in black. Roses pressed in a Bible, they bring back sweet memories of you. Roses withered and faded, the same as the love we once knew. Yesterday's roses covered with teardrops. Yesterday's teardrops sparkle like dew. I'll always treasure yesterday's roses, telling a story that never came true. Sometimes when I'm alone, dear, my poor heart is breaking inside. True love we might have known, dear, but just like the roses, it died. Yesterday's roses covered with teardrops. Yesterday's teardrops sparkle like dew. I'll always treasure yesterday's roses, telling a story that never came true. Now memories drift to the ages. They bring me but only regret. Roses pressed in the Bible, they tell me to never forget. Yesterday's roses covered with teardrops. Yesterday's teardrops sparkle like new. yesterday's roses, telling a story that never came true. I wonder how the old folks are at home. I wonder if they miss me while I'm gone. I wonder if they pray for the boy who went away and left his dear old parents all alone. I can see the cattle lowing in lane. I can almost see those fields of bluegrass green. I can almost hear them sigh as kissed a boy goodbye. I wonder how the old folks are at home. Well, I wonder how the old folks are at home. I wonder if they miss me while I'm gone. I wonder if they pray for the boy who went away and left his dear old parents all alone. I can hear the cattle lowing in the lane. I can almost see those fields of bluegrass green. I can almost hear them sigh as kissed a boy goodbye. I wonder how the old folks are at home. Yes, I wonder how the old folks are at home. I spent a short time in the Rockies, the flowers with their colors all aglow. And though I long to be back in the Rockies, I'll wait until the springtime comes again. When it's springtime in the Rockies, I'll be coming back to you, little sweetheart of the mountain, with your bonny eyes so blue. Once again I'll say I love you, while the birds sing all the day. When it's springtime in the Rockies, far away. When it's springtime in the Rockies, far away. While strolling along in the country, reviewing the scenes new and old, I found an old-fashioned log cabin, so beautiful there to behold. A stranger was standing in silence, his eyes firmly fixed on the door. My heart ached and pitied to see him, for these were the words that it bore. And a sign read an old cabin for sale, an old oaken bucket and well. Easy terms, just keep a log on the fire and a light burning bright in the dell. Many years an old couple so patiently looked for a boy whose last promise did fail. Now the old rocking chair will be rocking no more. There's an old log cabin for sale. Oh, welcome, I read on the floor mat, an old braided rug by the door. The hands of an angel had made it, with many a prayer prayed before. And a sign read an old log cabin for sale, an old oaken bucket and well. Easy terms, just keep a log on the fire, and a light burning bright in the dell. In an old rocking chair she waited for one glimpse of him, how she yearned. And now he was standing in silence, too late he'd return. And the sign read an old log cabin for sale, an old oaken bucket and well. Easy terms, just keep a log on the fire, and a light burning bright in the dell. There's Yellow Rose in Texas, I'm going there to see. Nobody ever loved her, not half as much as me. She cried so when I left her, and it likely broke her heart. But if we ever meet again, I know we'll never part. She's the sweetest rose of color this cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds and they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest mate and sing of Rosie Lee, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. Where the Rio Grande is flowing and the moon is shining bright, she walks along the river on a quiet summer night. She asked if I remembered when we parted long ago. I promised to come back to her and never leave her go. She's the sweetest rose of color this cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds and they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest mates and sing of Rosie Lee, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. See her, for my heart is full of woe. We'll sing those songs together that we sang so long ago. I'll play my banjo gaily as I did in days of yore, and the yellow rose of Texas will be mine forevermore. She's the sweetest rose of color this cowboy ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds and they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your dearest mate and sing of Rosie Lee, but the yellow rose of Texas beats the bells of Tennessee. Down in the valley so low, late in the evening, hear that train blow, hear that train blow, love, hear that train blow. Late in the evening, hear that train blow. Roses love sunshine, violets love dew. Angels in heaven know I love you. Know I love you, dear. Know I love you. The angels in heaven know I I love you. So write me a letter, send it by mail, send it in care of the Birmingham Jail. Birmingham Jail, love, Birmingham Jail, send it in care of Birmingham Jail. Rocking alone in an old rocking chair, I see a dear mother with silvery hair. She looks so neglected by those who should care, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. Her hands were wrinkled, calloused and old. A life of hard work was the story they told. And I thought of angels as I saw her there, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. I look at her and I think, what a shame. The ones that forgot her, she loves just the same. But a letter would brighten her empty life there, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. Now bless her dear heart, do you think she'd complain? Her life had been better, but she'd live it again. She'd carry the cross that is more than her share, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. I know some kids in an orphan home who think they own heaven if she were their own. They wouldn't be willing to let her sit there, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. Rocking alone in an old rocking chair, I see a dear mother with silvery hair. And I think of angels when I see her there, rocking alone in an old rocking chair. Well, I can't forget that day that I was born. Why, it was on a cold and frosty winter's morn. The doctor says I was a chubby chap, but when the nurse, she took me on her lap, oh, she bathed me all over, I remember. And after powder puffing me, you see, well, she set me in a cradle by the window in a little shirt that mother made for me. And then I had to wear my knickerbockers. Well, it felt so funny after wearing frocks. I was a pretty picture, they did say, but when they let me out to run and play, oh, I didn't like those pants that I was wearing. So in the street I took them off, you see, and started walking home so brave and daring. in that little shirt that mother made for me. And then one day to school that I must go. Well, I never liked my teacher, you must know. So when I pay the hooky quite so dear, the teacher says, now Peter, you come here. With a little stick she beat it all around me. There was no mistake about my pedigree, 'cause I had the map of Scotland printed on me, neath that little shirt that mother made for me. I'll sail my ship alone with all the dreams I own, drifting out across the ocean blue. I'll sail my ship alone, though all the sails you've torn, and when it starts to sink, then I'll blame you. Now we've been sweethearts for so long, and now you say we're through. The love we shared is just a memory. Now I have built a ship of dreams and planned them all for you, but now I guess what is to be must be. I'll sail my ship alone with all the dreams I own, drifting out across the ocean blue. I'll sail my ship alone, though all the sails you've torn, and when it starts to sink, then I'll blame you. I gave a message to the wind to take back home to you, hoping you would hear my SOS. Maybe you would come back home, my darling, if you knew how much my aching heart is in distress. I'll sail my ship alone with all the dreams I own, drifting out across the ocean blue. I'll sail my ship alone, though all the sails you've torn, and when it starts to sink, then I'll blame you.